Waving hand down. No mic.
better. Testing. Seems all right. So what have we got now, Grop? We've got a mic, mate. Have we got a mic now? Perfect. Finally. There's always something. Well, welcome back, everybody, to a stream from Quinkin 888. Today we're going to do a bit of beginning learning how to drift. Something different. I'm a beginner myself, so I'm just going to keep it pretty easy today by going to, I've already purchased it, but going to Brand Central and go to BMW and pick yourself up a BMW M3 03 model. There's pretty good horsepower to start with. I'm coming down to your tuning shop. Like, you don't have to do anything massive. Like, I've purchased comfort hard tyres because I run a H-pattern shifter, so I use the clutch as well. So I purchase a manual transmission and your brake balance controller. So that's all you need to do your car up to start learning how to drift. So you don't have to go and do engines and differentials, and if you want to, the best way to start learning is keep it simple. So that's all I've done. Even go into mine, like all my suspension, I haven't done it. I haven't done differential. So all I've done is a custom manual gearbox and my brake balance controller. That's it. That's all I've done. So it pretty much is a stock car. So one of the best tracks to even start to learn how to drift. Excuse me, just having a bit of a coffee. Is actually in the Americas and Willow Springs. So just come down to your time trial and go to Streets of Willow Springs. Pick any time of the day you want. So yeah, I've got comfort hards on, so that's a little bit less grippy to start with, but it doesn't take as much to spin the rear tyres. So I put my brake balance controller on -2 to the front. But as you come over here to these witches hatch, you'll see this white paint line in a circle. So you can only do this on your time trial. You can't do it in lobbies. There's a wall around here, so you can't do the full circle. But the best way to learn how to start to drift is just try and start and follow the circle, basically. It's a little bit easier for me because I'm actually using the clutch. But it gets a little bit harder when you're just using your paddle shifts, because you've got to know where your paddles are if you need to change gear. But with cars and you drifting, every car's different, so you have to find the gear that's comfortable for the car and comfortable for you to drift in. And you will spin out. That's an absolute given. I've spent hours and hours just doing this circle practicing. So it's just about getting the car, as soon as it starts to get the pendulum on, it's all about your throttle control. So you'll want to get it into the slide, and then it's all about modulating the throttle to keep the car from over-rotating. And don't be afraid to let your steering wheel glide through your hands, because you'll get to a certain point where you'll have to catch it.
You sure?
Hey, Monkey Nuts, how you going? Thanks for dropping in, mate. Now, Monkey Nuts McGraw is an unreal drifter on controller. So yeah, be prepared to spin. It's inevitable when you're starting out. I've spent hours and hours of spinning and trying to correct myself. And it does get a bit frustrating.
Thank you. Drifting is fun.
Yeah, mate, it is. It is. I do a lot of my drifting with VR now, so but I just thought I'd do something a little bit different than normal dailies and stuff like that. So, yeah,
That's cool. How is it with VR?
Yeah, mate, it is unreal in VR. Unreal in VR. So when you get comfortable going one way, go the other way. So you get comfortable on both, with catching the car in both sides. I don't do much chase cam, so I'll see how I go. I'm not really a chase cam person, so we'll do some bonnet view. So yeah, it's just all about practice. Like you get you can get the Subaru BRZ drift car. It is an absolute handful when you first start out.
Are you in a private lobby?
No, mate. No, this is just time trials, because when you set up a private lobby, where these witches hats are, there's a concrete barrier that goes around, so you can't get this full circle. That's why I'm just doing this in just in time trial mode at the moment. Don't be because I've got the RS shifter, so it's easier than trying to press a button on the steering wheel. But by all means, if you're more comfortable with starting your drift off with the handbrake, you can use it. And then if you get sick of going around the big circle, you can jump inside it and do a bit tighter of circles. So yeah, it's a much of a muchness. It all depends what you prefer. Like, I even push a couple of witches hats out. Where'd it go? There's one there. I just better get out of that view. Yeah, you can set these witches hats up if you want to try figure eights and stuff like that. So they're actually good to use. That's why I like using this out here.
Good morning, brothers.
Hey mate, how you going, Ricky? Thanks for popping in, mate. Just doing a little bit of beginner drifting, basically. Not that flash at it, but just using a pretty much stock standard BMW.
Great, mate, you.
Yeah, mate, not too bad, not too bad.
How's the baby?
Yeah, mate, yeah. Hungry, keeps you up all night. But other than that, pretty good. He's strong. He's very strong. Hence why I haven't been on much. I'll take it to the track. So when you get comfortable in going around that big circle, and if you can hold the tail out perfectly, and you're comfortable with both ways, you can come and try the corners on the track. There are some pretty good corners.
I've been out so long I forgot you had a baby. Congrats.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, he's only 3 weeks old or something now, so still early days. But he's strong and healthy, that's the main thing.
Good luck, Braz. Catch you soon.
Yeah, mate.
100%, that's the main thing.
Yep. As long as he's strong and healthy.
I have a 14-year son. They can be a handful at times.
Yeah, well, my other two are 6 and 4, so... So yeah, the old drifting's just about trial and error. Don't be worried about spinning out too much or messing up. I've done heaps of it. Like a lot of people.
Just popped in to see
Hey, Gordy.
if I can learn anything. Ha. Good to see you, waving hand, saluting face, winking face.
Yeah, thanks for popping in, Gordy. Yeah, I'm not the best at it, but there's other YouTubers out there that go into way much more depth. But I'm one of those lads that just, you want to learn something, you practice it. You practice.
Cheers, Gordy.
And I find doing a lot of drifting actually helps me catching like GR3 and GR4 cars especially. How they're a pain in the rear end when they start to slide. And with the brake balance 2 to the front, you can actually slow your drift down a bit if you start getting out of shape. So yeah, it's just all about practice.
I wanna get those golds in the Middleshan drift. I fluked one but need to see how you're doing what you do.
I've got one to do, mate, and I think it's the Dodge Viper one. I just, for the life of me, I'm like 300 or 400 points short. And we'll go back the other way now.
One and the BRZ1.
Oh, I got the BRZ. I actually do a lot of drifting with it now, so I'm pretty comfortable with that car. So yeah, so just practice, practice, practice. I said, I think on this game I've probably spent about 30 or 40 hours just practicing drift. Just trying to get it to catch the car. So I've probably spent about 4 or 5 hours just in this circle. With different cars. But this BMW is one of the easiest to learn when you're starting
that's the
out.
drift car, but obviously we can practice in any stock car.
Yeah, that's true, Gordy. So the way I learnt is actually start off in a stock car like this, and then especially with the BRZ, I struggled with it with finding the right gear to drift in that suited my drift style. So when I'm driving the BRZ, my drifting gears is 4th and 5th. So you have to work out what's the best gear for the car to drift in and that suits your style. So yeah, just starting off with something stock. I've done a couple other cars up that are a bit snappy, that I just haven't got there yet. Actually, it is where is it? I think it's the G Ready. So this is a real snappy car. So the G Ready, it's got tons of power, but very, very snappy.
Oh, you've inspired me once again. It's a discipline I've never tried seriously, but really keen to knock over the mission, haha.
Yeah, mate, I've eventually got to get back to the mission. So this G Ready, it's you've got to be right up in the rev range. So different cars you have to, like, you got to be in a certain rev range. So this thing you got to be really, really high in the rev range. Just turn my sensitivity down a bit. Actually, that's why. I wonder why. It's got intermediate tyres on it.
I've been playing with this Grady to see if good for a lobby. It's okay for racing normal tracks with a little tuning.
Yeah, mate, yeah. It actually is, because I've got it set up for drifting, she's a handful. So with something like this, it's got a long nose and a short rear end, so very, very snappy when it decides to pivot. That was just a mess around car I was using, so I haven't really perfected that car yet. But we will go to the Subaru. Where is it there? I might change tracks too. So I find with the Subaru that for my style of drifting, I don't think I'm drifting under 100 kilometers an hour with it. So for me, it's a very, very high-powered drift car.
So this is where we come to practice drifting.
Yeah, mate. So Willow Springs, the street of Willow Springs, that's a good start point because it's got that big circle. So you can just go out there and practice around that circle. But this this Kyoto driving park, I actually like this to drift. I spent a lot of time in lower powered drift cars just doing these corners because some of them flow.
I've never noticed the skid pad there before, rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, it's it wasn't until I watched another YouTuber that I didn't realise it was there either. But you can't access it on lobbies. I'll just change view for a second. Because I drift in VR, so I struggle a bit coming back to the normal TV. But I'll change over and I'll show you what it's like in VR. That'll be a bit better. Now you hear me. So this is the normal view when I drift.
You should start up a lobby. Let's get a quick drift session. I watched you going around Kyoto a bit earlier today, or yesterday. Just amazing. I've never got drifting. It's a skill or an art even, like Co.
Yeah, I've always loved drifting as a sport. but obviously if you got one in real life, they're a bottomless pit of money. So it's easier to do it here. But snapped it too far. Oh well, sorry, just got to read the chat.
Like when I moved from push bike to skateboard back on the 70s, grinning face with sweat.
Yeah. Same when I went from horse to push bike to motorbikes. Same. I'll go and show up a lobby. So if anybody wants to jump in and do some practice with me, I'll go and get a lobby together. Like, I don't mind. Anybody's welcome. Loading. Let's see how we go. So I'll create a room. I'll just do it public, so it doesn't matter. Free run. We'll go Kyoto because it's got a few good corners. Doesn't worry about any of that. Doesn't worry about any of that. No. Don't have to worry about any of that. Everything's unrestricted. Yep. All good. I'll whack the room up, and yeah, anybody that's in is more than welcome to join. I'll just keep my VR on because blocks out my face, obviously. But this is where I do all my drifting with, so.
I should go get the drift car and have a crack.
Yeah,
People
mate.
laugh for you if nothing else, ha ha.
Yeah, by all means, jump in and have a crack. I've done a clutch kick at the wrong time. So yeah, don't ever be too worried about messing up and spinning out. It's all a part of it.
This is possible on a controller, right?
Yeah, mate.
Quinkin face.
Yeah, it's everybody suggests it's actually easier to drift on controller.
Your lobby isn't popping up for me.
The lobby's actually not private or anything, so I'll whack it private. Sorry, front drummer. I've just got it on, I had it on public. So I'll do friends only. Well, if you feel more comfortable, sending. Oh, you can't do that one in lobby, so we'll have to go to Gt7. So yeah, so it should be there now. Should be there now, Gordy. I got a coffee here somewhere. Ah, there he is. There's Gordy. So if you want Gordy, I'll throw up a chat to you, mate. Start right.
I sent you a friend request.
There you go. Do. Actually, let's have a look. There you go, accept. There you go, monkey. Hey, Gordy, how are you, mate? Yeah, good. Righto. Let's go and have some fun, mate. Oh, you don't have to. You can do like the Scandinavian flick. So you can go from one side of track to the other, and then as you pull back like into your corner, you can just power on, and it should step out. Whatever you're comfortable with, mate. Or are you? I can hear you. There you are. So with this car, your two main drifting gears, fourth and fifth. So fourth and fifth you go to, mate, and from nearly a standing start and fourth, it'll light the rears. So what's that? So I'm like initiating a drift at about 100 k's. You're right, roll in front, mate. You're right, roll in front. It's a lot to get used to, especially if you're starting off with this car. Like, that's first gear flat out, and it just axle cramps. So yeah, you're drifting, and this is fourth and fifth. There we go. There we go. That's some good hang time. That was pretty bloody good, Gordy. Yeah, fourth, you can go to fifth. And another good one when you're transitioning between either your slides. So when you're oversteering one way and you go to step it the other way, once you get to a certain point where you think the car's gonna keep spinning right around, just back off your throttle and just let it coast in its slide, and then it'll flick back the other way for you. because it kills the speed off the tyres, and it actually sort of slows your car down a bit. I've spent hours practicing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry, mate. You're right. Yeah, it is a very sensitive car. But I've spent more time with the front end into the barriers than I'd like to let on. And a lot of hours on this track too, drifting. Yeah. Oh, too far. So I still struggle with slowing the car down for corners in a drift, like on the entrance. You can do. Have your brake controller set to -2 to the front, and it'll actually slow you down in a slide with just riding your brake a fraction. Yeah, it's just all about spending the time practicing. No, you're right. Hey, Monkey, I accepted that friends request, mate, so jump in whenever you want to, if you can. Oh, Monkey Nuts McGraw's, he's good drifting with the controller. Yeah, nor have I. And he uses a Tesla. He is unreal with it. Too much. Too much. Clutch kick. Oh, yeah. Sorry, mate. You're right. You're doing all right, mate, that's for sure. Yeah. That's all it is once you can get the throttle control down pat, all the rest, you know, comes together pretty
it's not
easy.
Your room for me at the moment. I don't know why. I'm not trying to be a bother, so I'm watching.
Yeah, mate, I accepted your friend's request. It should be there. I'll change my car up a little bit. I'll bring out my Toyota. You'll probably be familiar with this one, Gordy. My high ace van. Yeah. Yeah. She's pretty touchy. On that thing, yeah, you'd probably have to go, because mine's got the manual transmission in it. It gives you it. Yeah, it gives you the extra gear. The old van's a bit touchy for this track. It works better on Yas. Yeah. I'm just thinking about what other cars. I had a few different ones set up for drifting. Hey? Yeah. Everything should be on that drift car. Mine's just stock standard, other than manual gearbox. So mine is I got the manual gearbox, and it's actually no turbo on it at all, normal. So it's got sports medium tyres on it. So it's pretty much as the car comes, I'll put the racing gear, the fully customised manual on it, and sports medium tyres. I want the wipers on. Well, hey? Yeah. Too much. Still haven't worked out how to catch them exit out of them 360s yet.
Hi, Dan waving hand.
Who we got there? Hang on. Who we got there? Hey, quick bug, mate. How you going? Thanks for dropping in. Just doing a bit of drifting. What we got? Bustin' cider.
Hi, Gropo at Gordy waving hand. What's up, bug?
Monkey.
Nice.
Yeah, bug. Had a little bit of time, so I thought I'd just whack out a little bit of a stream.
That's me.
Yeah, it's good to bloody have you back, monkey. That's for sure. Sorry, I'm just having a bit of a coffee. You in the M3? Change car. Oh, there it is. M3. I'll take the M3 out for a jam.
Thanks, it's good to be back.
Oh.
Good day, quite bug. Tying out this drifting caper, haha.
That's to the front. I will change.
Miss one Gordy thumbs up, it's definitely a different set of skills required.
I actually like doing a fair bit of drifting. Helps me catch some other high-powered cars when they get out of control.
It's got to help on the dirt and snow, eh?
Yeah, that too. Also, I find changing between cars and getting used to one to the other is ridiculously hard. Actually, I've got another little car here. I'll take the Gt7. Not quite sure which one's which. Let's check these settings. That's got race and softs. I think it's that one. Oh, it's got race and softs too. One of my Datsuns, I've got it set up for drifting.
I'm going to go lay down for a bit.
Yeah,
I started at 4 this morning. I'll catch you all tonight for the GCR lobby. Quick boop out.
Righto, Bug. Thanks, mate. Thanks for popping in.
No worries quite, but we'll catch you later. Cheers, saluting face waving hand.
Oh. And another good way if you want to learn to like watch people drift, when you got blokes or lads with lobbies open, drift lobbies, just go in and spectate them and turn all their car info on when you spectate. Then you can see what inputs they do. I've done that quite a lot also.
Haha, yes, I'm watching you now.
And you'll be going good until it doesn't. That's this is that little Datsun that you win off the power pack. I've just but you can, when it comes around, I think is it in the Legends, you got the Nissan Skyline, the 2000 GT hardtop, same car. So yeah, you win this. I've just done a little bit of tuning work to it. Yeah. Yeah, mate. Yeah, it is. It is. Like I said, I've spent hours and hours and hours doing it, and tell you what, it gives you a sweat up. And different cars, like different. Oh, we got here's Monkey Nuts in his SS Camaro. Now he's a man that can drift cars. He's unbelievable at it. And he's on controller. Yeah. They say it's easier to drift with controller. I've never gotten the hang of it. Yeah. Different tyres work for different cars. So the lower the grippy of the tyre, the easier it is you can get your car to spin. Like, as you know. So I'm on sports hards in this this little Skyline I'm in. Yeah. Oh, too hot. Coming too hot. Yeah, I'll have to put these tunes up on the Discord. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I haven't been able to perfect tandem drifting and stuff yet. Like getting right up next to somebody and drift corners with them. Yeah, I haven't got that far yet. It would be cool to get used to it. And yeah, right. See, and having a little older car like this is still running 400 odd horsepower. It's just a little bit more forgiving because it's a little bit heavier too. Yeah, yeah. And this little Datsun, you pretty much got to be up in the end of your rev range. Oh, sorry, monkey. I think it's one that's straight down. Yeah. I'll get behind monkey for a while. See what we can do. Oh, I'm not low enough. Oh! A lot better than what I control this little thing. too much.
New car too, I'm trying to get it to drift good.
There you go, it's a new tune. You're doing well, mate. Overcooked it. And thought I was going around again. Oh, too much. Well, gentlemen, I think that's probably about all from me for today. I think, yeah, just wanted to do something different from the normal racing and crap that we've been doing. So, probably stay tuned a little bit later on. Maybe next few days I'll probably do a stream of the new Ace of the Thunder in VR. Ace of the Thunder's absolute unreal, very hard game to play. So yeah, but that might be in the next day or so. But yeah, hang on, I'll get out of this bloody VR set. But yeah, so that's probably going to be all from me for today. Pretty worn out, pretty tired. Up late last night with the young fella, so yeah, I thought I'd just get in and do something. So But thanks to everybody jumping into the chat today. Obviously, Gordy, legend, jumped in and had a run with me. Monkey, thanks, Monkey. Appreciate you jumping in, mate. Ricky, Quickbug, and Groppo. I don't know if I'll get to make the GCR race tonight. Well, another hour or so, or whatever it is. So, I'll see you if I'm there, brother. I'll see you if I'm there.
Had fun as always, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries, Monkey. Thanks for jumping in, mate. Always good to watch you drifting around. You're a bloody legend at it. But there'll be a few more of these to come over probably the next few months. Or just stuff other than just normal racing, just fun lobbies, jumping in and messing around and helping out with tunes and stuff like that. So, yeah, and just having a bit of fun. So, actually, mate, I would not have a clue. That's how much I haven't been racing. Yeah, well, that's what I'm just doing. What race is it tonight? Okay. So it'd be about 5 o'clock, I think, mate. I think. No, that's all right, mate. Like I said, I'm not the best at it. I've done a lot of practice doing it. I'm still not the best at it. Far from it. But appreciate you jumping in and having a crack, Gordy. Yeah, and like I said, with that, when you're just doing like stuff by yourself, go on to Willow Springs, the street of Willow Springs, and in time trial, because it's only accessible when you're doing it by yourself in time trial, and you've got that skid pad there. It's there in the lobby, but where the riches hats are, they've got a concrete barrier, so you can't access that full white circle on the ground. You can drive around behind the barrier and just mess around on the concrete, but it doesn't give you that full circle. But yeah, that skid pad there when you're doing it by yourself is a bloody good way to learn how to hold a constant drift in one way and then change around and go the other way, so you're comfortable with both directions. And once, that's what I did, is I got comfortable in those, and I tried drifting around the Willow Springs circuit, but because it's so narrow, I spent more time in the sand than what I did on the tarmac. So, yeah, and then come to this circuit, because it's wider, it's more forgiving, or the Suzuka East, the small Suzuka circuit. Because then you got the long straight, you got the big right-hand sweeper at turn 1, and then you got the S's, and then you come back on the right hand, a tighter right hand back onto the straight. So it's a smaller circuit to go around, but it's wide also. And then you've got the S's to try and learn how to transition. So that's a good one to learn on too. But yeah, it's all about having fun with them. But what tunes I've got for the drift cars I'll whack up on Discord, so you can jump in and play around with them. But you know, it makes it a little bit easier. Like, I'm on wheel, so wheel's easier for me, but I've got the handbrake and also the H-pattern shifter. So then I can use the clutch for clutch kicks and stuff like that. So it's, for drifting for me, using the setup I got's easier. Like, I'm useless with the control, even racing, just absolutely useless at it. So yeah. But it's all about practice, mate. It's all about practice. Well, yeah. Well, thanks for joining, mate. I'm gonna finish this stream off. Anytime. All right, mate. Bye. So there you have it. Thanks for everybody that jumped in and checked out the stream today. Just something different. A little bit of drifting, a little bit of practice, a little bit of running around the track with a couple of lads. So yeah, like I said, I'm nowhere close to being a good sim drifter at all. I do a lot of practice, and that's all it is. It's practice. You get in, that doesn't work out for you today, you could get a good run tomorrow or the next day. So it's just all about jumping in, having a crack, and having a bit of fun. And start off simple. Start off with like very really basic cars. Do a little bit of tuning, like your brake balance, like your comfort hards, your sports hards and stuff like that to get your car to slide easier, your brake balance. So, and just work with lower horsepower cars to try and get the feel for it, catching your car when you're through a slide, transitioning on small circuits. So then you can progress, get to a faster car, a bit better of a tune, and then work your way up to ridiculously high horsepower things. So yeah, so hopefully I've inspired some people to actually get in and have a crack at drifting. Just get you away from the daily grind of dailies and just doing lobbies. You can have more fun with this game than just racing. So it's all about having fun. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks everybody that joined in, and we'll catch you on the next one from Quinkin 888. All right, Uru.